Question 765. How do you think things would have worked out if you had married your childhood sweetheart? Or how did they work out if you did?
I didn't have one.
Wait, when you say childhood sweetheart, do you mean like childhood, like little, or like your first love?
Your first love.
Oh.
11, 12, 13-year-old.
No, my first love when I was 17.
What, you didn't have a thing before then?
Yeah.
Not
I
like
didn't either.
Not like a relationship, no.
Oh, no, it's not, well,
You're
not a
asking
relationship.
the wrong person here.
But,
Oh,
no,
okay,
my
17
childhood
then.
sweetheart was my godmother's son, and I
You
was
gotta
head over heels.
Yeah, you gotta
Around
understand, Dave. The last thing I wanted was a relationship.
Me?
I don't know. I think it'd be weird now because I'm a terrible person in this respect. I'm not friends with any of my exes, and he and I were best friends our entire childhood, and we're still friends to this day. And it's really cool to have someone in your life who's known you forever. That's nice. So I would not want to change that. And we definitely would not have stayed together if we couldn't.
Frustrated Atheist said, I would have been divorced ASAP. Gary says, I would never have left my hometown.
I would never have left Kentucky. Ooh, that's a terrible thought.
Jones says, I'd still be married, I hope.
Oh.
Harmonica Man says, my teacher would still probably be in jail.
Oh, God.
Oh, snap.
Frustrated Atheist said, my first serious relationship was actually when I was 20. I mean, my first serious relationship was when I was 17. But I had girlfriends before then. That, you know, in relationships that lasted months.
Yeah.
Nope.
That I would call my childhood sweethearts.
I didn't
Neither
date
girlfriends or boyfriends
in high school because so fucking stupid. I thought that the only point in dating was to find a husband because I was raised Catholic and I was suppressing the bisexual part of me and just pushing that way down. And so I sort of had a girlfriend in high school, but we just made out a lot and never actually acknowledged that we were girlfriends. And I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah, I mean, the first person I made out with was a guy, and the first person I properly dated was a girl. So, and I married the first girl I properly dated, but
so that would be your first serious relationship.
That was my first serious relationship.
So it didn't end well.
No, if I had married her, I don't know. One of us might be dead.
You know, it might have been okay over the course of it, but it certainly can't have ended well. Because it ended.
We're still friends.
Oh, that's good.
Natty says,
I mean,
my first...
okay. No, we're still friends. It's a weird friendship because she's a fundy Christian now, so...
Yeah, that's the same with, like, my first serious relationship was when I was 17. Like, we met at church. So we dated for, like, 3 years, and his parents were convinced that I was, like, just sucking him away from Christianity and stuff. So now he is, like... He and his wife are, like, they've got a bunch of kids, and they're, you know, Fox News and... like fruit bat crackers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'm just all like, I'm really glad I got away from that.
You
really
could have saved him.
from that. Especially the children part, because no
Dodge the bullet.
Yeah. Dodged a fucking tank. Sorry.
Natty says, my first love was when I was 15 and he was a shithead, so he'd probably be dead and I'd be in prison. Sammy says, I imagine I'd be up to about 15 kids by now. Gary says his first girlfriend was at 17. Natty says, they tried to make me a nun.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Been there. They recruit.
Shitty. Yandia says, my first love was a cartoon character. Manda.
Was it Bugs Bunny when he's dressed as a girl? I need to know this. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
My first love, like I said, I mean, my first real relationship, I was 16 when we started dating. He was 4 years older than me. And his mother was always pushing us to get married, which was weird because I was still in high school at the time. But I didn't love him, but we weren't compatible. He was a car audio installer. He'd never read a physics journal or anything like that in his life. Like, we couldn't have those kind of conversations. So it just would have ended up with us pretty much hating each other, probably, because it was more teenage hormones on my part than it was. I'm more of a sapiosexual than anything else, like Julie is. So I find intelligence sexy, and I don't think it would have worked out. So no.
You'd have cheated on him with books.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. So, I'm happy with the brilliant man that I have now. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Aww. Oh, I'm kidding.
Oh, fuck you, B.
Love you, Amanda.
Love you too. No, but I am very lucky. Thank you very much. So,
Beth.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna skip me. Okay, so from the time I was 10 until I was 13, I had a best friend named Adam, and he was this mixed kid, and he had a big puffy afro, which he should, because it was the early 80s. He had a big puffy afro, and
it was the fashion.
Very intelligent, strong kid. Like, really, he was wise beyond his years. And we hung out, we were best friends, and we fooled around and stuff because, it was convenient, and we were both there, and we really cared about each other. But then, at some point I had to admit that I was gay, so it probably would have ended very badly for him. So, although on the flip side, if that would have happened, he probably would not have committed suicide at 18 years old. So, I might have been there to keep him out of it. So,
honey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that is also not your fault.
Oh, no, I know that.
And it's not his fault.
I hadn't
either,
seen him
but...
for years. I hadn't seen him for years when he killed himself, and I found out. Oh my God! I didn't find out until I was 30 that he was dead. I was trying to find him everywhere, and I couldn't find him. And I finally got a hold of somebody that told me. So.
Yeah, I found out that
now that
one
that
of
went
my.
Dark, moving on.
No, it's all right. I'll go there with you. One of my best friends committed suicide 2 years ago, and I found out on Facebook.
Ooh.
Me too. Somebody
it was awesome.
A friend of mine that was like a brother to me growing up. Same thing. Found out on Facebook because they're still all in Connecticut, and nobody bothered to call me and tell me. It was just mentioned on Facebook. That was really fucked up. So.
Yep. And then I had to give a final exam the day of his funeral, and I couldn't drive down to go to the funeral, which sucks too, because it's harder to get closure.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, moving on.
Yeah. Next
Moving
question.
What about you, Dave?
Shh.
Dave keeps
Dave, just because Amanda's not paying attention, we're going to make you answer.
I'm paying attention. Did Susan answer?
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Dave
Maybe I
hasn't
wasn't
answered.
totally paying
Fruit
attention.
fat crackers, conservative.
All right. Gotcha.
Okay. The first that she was probably psycho, based on something that happened afterwards. When I got together with what I would call my first serious girlfriend, the person who I would say was my childhood sweetheart confronted her and went batshit crazy at her about how much happier I was with her, and apparently she ranted for half an hour about how.
I had an ex-boyfriend do that to a new boyfriend.
Yeah. So I'm guessing she would have been crazy. I don't. She ended up married in Scotland, I think. But that's all I can think would have happened. Is we would have ended up. I don't know. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.